Today we'll be making Armenian tabbouleh. For this recipe, you'll need bulgur, a cucumber, tomatoes, parsley, mint, shallot, lemon, and extra virgin olive oil. And if you're new here, I'm Maggie. This is No Frills Kitchen, where I teach you how to cook with confidence with nothing fancy required. First step is to soak your bulgur. Unlike other grains, bulgur isn't cooked beforehand, simply soaked for a period of time. Add your bulgur to a small bowl and pour over some boiling water. Cover the bowl, I simply invert a plate over the top of the bowl, and allow it to soak for about an hour or until it's very tender. While you're soaking your bulgur, it's also a good time to prep your tomatoes and cucumbers. First, dice a couple of tomatoes. Use the tastiest tomatoes you can find. I'm using ones I grew in my garden, but the nice cherry tomatoes from the supermarket are good as well. Then remove the seeds with a spoon and finally dice some cucumber. I'm not usually one to peel cucumbers, but you can if you want to. Once you've diced the cucumber and tomato, then add them to a fine mesh sieve and set it over a bowl. Sprinkle a little bit of salt over the veggies and give it a stir. Allow this to drain for at least 20 minutes. You will notice a surprising amount of water release. This step is super important to ensure you don't have a waterlogged tabbouleh, so I recommend making sure you set aside sufficient time. Once they have drained, add your tomatoes and cucumber to a medium mixing bowl. Now, once your bulgur is tender, drain off the remaining water and pat the bulgur dry with some paper towels. Again, this is just to make sure that there isn't any excess water to sog out your finished tabbouleh. Add the bulgur to the bowl as well. Then add in a bunch of chopped fresh parsley. In general, this may actually seem more like a parsley salad than anything else. I highly recommend chopping the parsley with a knife rather than putting it in a food processor. It ensures that it doesn't get bruised and releases too much moisture. Also, add in some finely chopped mint and a finely diced shallot. If you don't have shallots, it's common in Armenia to use a red onion or even green onions. However, I personally prefer the flavor of shallots here. At this point, I realized I selected a way too small bowl and needed to transfer to a larger one in order to adequately mix the salad. So don't be like me and choose the right size bowl from the beginning. And give this video a thumbs up if you also make mistakes like this when cooking. Once you're sure your bowl is big enough, mix the ingredients together. Then drizzle in some lemon juice and some good olive oil. Season liberally with pepper, but hold off on adding any salt until you've tasted it. It could be too salty considering you've already seasoned the tomatoes and cucumbers. Mix again and taste, adding more lemon juice, pepper, or salt if you think it needs it. You can serve the salad immediately, or it will keep in the fridge for a few days. And if you want to stay on theme, consider serving some Armenian gata for dessert after eating the tabbouleh. And if you liked this recipe, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next videos. Enjoy!